Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. You know how we begin this program? This one here is bananas. See, I'm going to show you this little 6-year-old girl right here so you understand. This little 6-year-old girl right here wound up shooting a cop in the eye fatally. Sit back and I'm going to tell you how this thing play out because you already know. I just let you know it's a breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Let's ride, baby. All right. All right, you know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man. Check it out, right? A routine shopping trip to the Walmart Supercenter in Novi, Michigan turned into a life-altering event for 38-year-old Denise Williams and her 6-year-old daughter, Aaliyah. Check out how this played out. On what seemed like an ordinary day, Denise purchased a Samsung 75-inch smart TV. As she was approaching the exit, her receipt unknowingly slipped from her purse, fell to the ground. She kept it moving. Unaware of this, Denise continued towards the doors, where Trevor McCarthy, the employee checking receipts. You know how you go to Walmart, they got the employees checking the receipts. They stopped her and asked her for proof of purchase. Realizing that her receipt was missing, Denise calmly explained the situation and flagged down the cashier who had just purchased her transaction for her. Although the cashier confirmed that Denise had paid for the TV, McCarthy, the dude at the door checking receipts, he refused to let her leave, right? Insisting she should not exit without a receipt, even after the lady done came and told him that he got the receipt. Now, frustrated from but determined not to cause a scene, Denise purchased, right? She proceeded to her SUV and waved down the nearby man in the parking lot, asking for his help to load the large TV into her vehicle. As the man began assisting her, right, a police car suddenly pulls up. Now, this is where the confrontation jumps off, right? You know, the police pull up, you know. They done pulled up. They ready to bust. All right, you already know they ready to bust. Now, the confrontation, right? Officer Lindsay Carter, a 28-year-old, she's a baby, a rookie with a reputation for being overly zealous, excited, exited the vehicle with her hand already resting on her holstered gun. Like, okay, what's the problem? You know what I mean? I'm ready to bust off. McCarthy had called the police, that's the dude checking the receipts, claiming Denise had not only stolen the TV, but that she assaulted him, an assault that never took place. Now, from that, this officer came that she assaulted him, so he definitely going to jail. He stole the TV, she definitely going to jail. Gunshots, gunshots, gunshots. Somebody's going to jail, right? Officer Carter immediately confronted Denise, accusing her of theft and demanding that she put her hands behind her back. Denise, caught off guard, tried to explain that she had paid for the TV and that the cashier could confirm it. But Carter, the officer, her tone, it grew, you know, increasingly aggressive. Like, I don't care what you got to say. This is what it is. Get your hands behind your back. I'm cuffing you, and that's where we going at with this. You know what I mean? When Denise hesitated to comply with being handcuffed, right? She pleaded that she had done nothing wrong. Officer Carter, right? Officer Carter responded with unnecessary force, right? She grabbed Denise by the arm, struck her in the ribs, and forced her to the ground, placing her in a, you know, like a chokehold as Denise gasped for air. So now Denise is on the floor gasping for air, right? Aaliyah, her daughter, she's still seated in the SUV. She's watching the horror as, you know, her mother struggled, panicking, trying to breathe. She remembered the firearm her mother kept in the glove compartment for protection, a weapon Denise had taught her to handle safely. That's what they teach children in America, Second Amendment. So now this is where the Second Amendment worked out for, for the good guys, you know. But rest in peace to the officer. And when I say good guys, because the rat bastards, they try and grab everything. I'm saying the whole Justice Department, the police department, and everybody, because from them pushing the Second Amendment to teach children even how to use gun in the face of danger, because this young lady's young girl, this baby, I'm gonna keep it 100. This baby's mother was on the ground being choked out by an officer, was gasping for air, is what was happening. So it don't matter what color it is. It don't matter. None of that is important right now. It don't matter who's an officer or who's not an officer. So that have nothing to do with this story. But this is just how we have to look at things, right? So like I said, Aaliyah is still seeing the SUV, and she watched in horror as her mother struggled, panicking, and remembered the firearm her mother kept in the glove box compartment for protection, a weapon Denise had taught her how to handle safely. Acting out of fear and desperation, Aaliyah retrieved the gun, stepped out of the SUV, and pointed it at the Officer Carter, screaming, "Stop!" Screaming for her, to stop. And the officer wouldn't stop. Now, when Carter, the officer, turned towards Aaliyah and she appeared to reach for her own weapon. So now this 6-year-old is pointing a weapon at an officer, and the officer instinctively, being an officer trying to protect their life, see a gun, it don't matter who's behind the handle of the gun. She reached for her gun. Now, when she reached for her gun, she's ready to protect her life by shooting this 6-year-old girl. So it could have went either way. But instead, the little girl, she hit the cop, and the cop got shot in the eye and died. Tragic, tragic, tragedy that we have to go through. But this is just letting you know what this society has come to. And now everyone is going to be allowed to carry a gun, so everyone is going to be able to protect themselves in public. So that's all the gun is for, protection under the Second Amendment. Now, so she, acting out of desperation, Aaliyah retrieved the gun. She stepped out the SUV and she pointed at Officer Carter, screaming for her to stop. When Carter turned around, Aaliyah and appeared to, reach for her own gun. Aaliyah fired a single piercing shot that struck the officer in the eye. Carter collapsed to the ground, died. Aaliyah immediately dropped the gun and rushed to her mother's side, sobbing and begging her to wake up, because this officer had choked out this little girl's mother, and this little girl witnessed that. So this is what's going on out there. So don't say that you wasn't told what happened. So she collapsed to the ground, like I said, so she ran to her mother. So Denise gained consciousness, right? And moments later, as many more officers arrived, and the scene, both Aaliyah and her mother was taken into custody from the scene. So you understand, right? So now they was cleared of all charges, but check out how this play out, right? They was cleared of all charges, right? Now, however, right, after a thorough investigation, Denise was cleared of any wrongdoing. The lost receipt was recovered, and security footage confirmed that Denise had paid for the TV and had not assaulted McCarthy. So what should they do with McCarthy? Y'all put that in the comments, what they should do with this dude McCarthy right now for lying and saying that she assaulted him when she didn't, have the officer coming on a different type of time. What should they do with him? The footage also revealed Officer Carter's excessive use of force, which had escalated the situation unnecessarily. So the footage also showed the officer, when she came, jumped out with the gun, got aggressive, and grabbed her by the arm, hit her in the rib, boop, take that with you on the way down, and bent Mama Dukes over and started choking moms out. Moms were probably saying, yo, what is wrong with you? You bugging. I can just imagine what the mother's thinking now, like, yo, you bugging. You know what I mean? She's just moving, but the camera catches all this, and that's what clears her, because you already know from looking at this baby's picture and the thing, if that camera wasn't there, whatever they wrote up or thought up or said the forensic show by the angle and the way and the weight that the body dropped to the ground after they put the cones around it, all that crap, right? It would have been real ugly for her, So the footage also revealed that Officer Carter used excessive force, which had escalated the situation. Now, the justification. Aaliyah's actions were deemed justifiable as she acted in defense of her mother's life. So they deemed the 6-year-old that shot the officer's actions as justifiable, right? Because she was protecting her mother's life. Now, the incident has ignited widespread debate about systematic racism, the criminalization of black shoppers, meaning just black people going to the store and automatically looked at as they trying to steal something, and the excessive force used by law enforcement towards black people, minorities. So that's what they're talking about right there. So now, the aftermath, right? The Williams family has since filed a lawsuit against Walmart, citing McCarthy's false accusation, talking about the shopping dude, and failure to de-escalate the contributors to the tragic events. So they say that he should have tried, to de-escalate it as a Walmart employee. So they suing Walmart, and for him being a Walmart employee and lying and saying that this lady stole something when she didn't. So Aaliyah, now at the center of a national conversation, is seen by many as a hero for protecting her mother in the face of grave danger. Right? You see how this play out? This is a sad story, but it has a strong meaning, and it's up to you where you at, how you take it, or what you seem to want to do with it to see where you go with it. All right? Been on here long enough, just wanted to run that story to you. I'm getting ready to work on a couple more joints now. I've seen a lot of stuff going on with this. Not even going to say it. We just going to do it. Let's keep it moving. All right. Oh, subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel at Juanita Mecca Audio, Juanita, and also Unique Mecca Audio YouTube and Mecca Audio TV. All right. All of that at YouTube. Let's keep it popping. All right.
Cheers, cheers, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. Heat back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. Right. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Real. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can get